All right, there's a lot of breaking news coming out of DC, so let's zoom in and take a look at the Trump White House and Republicans in Congress, because it looks like they're spiraling into a full-blown manic episode by the minute. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson just got off Fox News, and while that was happening, Peter Navarro was like snapping at reporters. Look at this dude. He just looks unhinged. But let's start off with Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. He just went on Fox News to try to correct the record after Elon Musk attacked Trump's big ugly bill, which is a massive redistribution of wealth. Now, Elon seems to be a little bit bitter because he just got pushed out of the Trump admin for being a political liability, and he said this.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful. But I don't know if it can be both.
So he's actually been shit-talking the big, beautiful bill for a few weeks now, ever since the Trump admin has been distancing themselves from him. He's been saying it adds way too much to the deficit. He thinks that it undermines everything Doge has done, but it's performative. Behind the scenes, Elon Musk really benefits from the big, beautiful bill, and Doge really didn't do anything. But Speaker of the House Mike Johnson then responded by saying this.
Yes, I sent my good friend Elon a long text message last night explaining that it can be both big and beautiful, okay? So what I wanted to make sure that he understands is that the projection that he's referring to and others is from the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office. Mm-hmm. They are historically totally unreliable. It's run by Democrats. 84% of the number crunchers over there are donors to big Democrats. They don't have our best interest in mind, and they've always been off.
They haven't always been off. It's a nonpartisan committee, and the thing is, the nonpartisan agency that's tasked with scoring all of the major legislation in the country has existed for a while. The same CBO has been cited by Republicans for decades and decades as gospel whenever they want to block Democratic spending bills. In fact, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has cited the CBO himself. This is a tactic commonly used by Elon Musk and by Trump, but now Speaker of the House Mike Johnson is doing it in perhaps the most lazy way possible. What he's trying to do is discredit and undermine an agency by painting it as hostile when it's politically convenient. They did that with USAID. They do that with almost every single judge that rules against them. They do that with elections. Whenever they want to undermine an institution, whenever an institution goes against them, they just make up lies. For example, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson said a few years back in 2021 when it was politically convenient, quote, now that CBO has confirmed this bill adds nearly $400 billion to the deficit, whoa, a Biden bill added $400 billion in his first year? Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, brother. The Trump bill is going to be adding $5.3 trillion over the next decade. All right, you guys get the idea. Now, let's check in on White House trade advisor Peter Navarro. Really quickly, I get a lot of comments like this. Adam, I've been watching since 200,000 subs and just realized I wasn't subscribed. So make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, join the crew as we build a bigger and better digital media environment. It would mean the world to me. Let's check out White House trade advisor Peter Navarro. Now, for some breaking news, essentially, the ruling yesterday that came out and blocked Trump's tariffs and ruled them illegal has already been appealed, and the Trump tariffs have immediately been restored. It is bad news. Trump is now able to play out his biggest tariff fantasies for now. And really quickly, I don't care what age you are, you should be staying healthy and trying to take care of yourself long term. I mean, I'm 22 years old, so I thought I could get away with sleeping poorly and eating whatever, but it caught up to me. So I've been working out more, and I've been looking into ways to prevent issues before they start. And that's when I found something wild. There's a new essential fatty acid called C15 that was recently discovered. The first one to be discovered in over 90 years. It was discovered by Dr. Stephanie Van Watson while working with the US Navy to improve the health of aging dolphins, which is a cool origin story, but they found a way to improve the health of aging humans. C15 is the fatty acid that is in the supplement called Fatty 15. Fatty 15 is an incredible scientific breakthrough that supports long-term health and wellness and healthy aging. Now, this is off the back of the dolphin discovery I just described, and C15 has been shown in over 100 studies to strengthen our cells and slow down biological aging at the cellular level. So it helps repair age-related damage to your cells. You can take it whether you're working out, whether you're not. It really does help with your recovery and help with your aging. So if you care about energy, if you care about long-term health, or you just want to give your body a little edge, Fatty 15 is where you should be. You can get 15% off your 90-day starter kit by going to fatty15.com/blueheart. Click the first link in the description and use code BLUEHEART to get 15% off a 90-day starter kit. You can get this starter kit in the description below. Love you all. So Trump's trade council, his economic council, immediately came out to do a press conference, and here's Peter Navarro, his message to small businesses struggling with uncertainty.
News across the country. I've talked to a ton of small business owners over the last few months who say they're having trouble keeping up with this back and forth for their supply chain, explaining price increases to their customers. What's your message to them right now? How are they supposed to keep businesses normal amidst hourly changes?
We're in a point where in this history of this country, if we do not shift structurally to a world where the world treats us fairly, we will never have this opportunity again.
He's just yapping, by the way. The world already treats us very fairly. We had a lot of mutually beneficial relationships. And the question that was asked gets to the core of everything. How are businesses supposed to thrive in an unpredictable environment? Businesses do best and are able to maximize how much money they make, which is supposed to be the goal in a capitalist society, according to Republicans. They're able to thrive generally when there's a very, very predictable environment. They know how many resources to allocate where, and what Trump is doing is changing the tariffs, not even on a monthly basis, not even on a weekly basis. The tariffs are back and forth on a daily basis.
And a lot of this back and forth is the result of the Democrats working with the globalist rhino Wall Street people to try to stop the Trump agenda, whether it's at the border or whether it's on trade.
Do you guys remember at the beginning of the video when I said it almost sounds like the Trump White House is spiraling into a full-blown manic episode? I know that I'm going to get hate comments for that, but I'm going to double down on that because Peter Navarro is trying to explain to a small business in New York that is struggling due to the tariffs that it's actually because of the globalist rhino George Soros Democrats' fault. You're absolutely kidding me. Someone in the comments said, aliens are teaming up with Bigfoot, directed by the Loch Ness Monster to take down Trump's trade policy. Yeah, it's like, dude, Trump's policy may just be shit. You don't need to blame it on the globalist, rhino, George Soros, Democrats. Small businesses are struggling. Just admit that.
But we're going to move forward, and we're going to get to a place where we're going to have more factories, more jobs. We've already had trillions of dollars in investment. I mean, I don't think any of you can deny that these Trump policies.
We haven't had trillions of dollars in investment. They're basically saying we've had like 40% of our GDP reinvested. Here's Peter Navarro randomly snapping at a reporter for asking a completely fair question.
They think about Congress, and that's a low bar to hit.
How much of that is because every time you get a court decision you don't like, you and your colleagues come out here and rail against rogue judges.
Who is this guy? Tell me who you are, sir.
I'm Andrew Feinberg. I work for The Independent. Sir.
Okay, so that is such a biased question. That is not a journalist question. That was like an op-ed, sir. So I don't even respect.
You guys remember what I pointed out earlier. Every time there's an institution that's going against MAGA, they try to undermine it. They just did that by saying that anybody who goes against the tariff agenda is like a rogue, rhino, Wall Street, blah, blah, blah. And Peter Navarro was just asked, why do you guys keep attacking judges whenever they rule against you? Not only is that part of the point, they attack judges, but then he attacks the media and he begins to yell at him because remember, Andrew Feinberg, the reporter who asked that question, was pointing out a very valid pattern of the administration attacking and undermining judges whenever a judge disagrees with them. So it's insane to me, it's not insane, that Peter Navarro immediately begins to attack him. So just to back up one last time, while American manufacturers are having trouble planning inventory, while retailers are having trouble pricing products and consumers are facing the brunt of this in the form of raised costs, foreign partners are out there threatening more retaliation. And now we're like, I don't even know what to do with the United States. Every single day they have a new policy. While all of this is happening, Peter Navarro is out there screaming at reporters. So I ask you guys, yes or no, Am I wrong for saying the Trump White House is like on the verge of a manic meltdown? It really does look like they're spiraling down into some sort of manic meltdown. Let me know yes or no in the comment section, because they don't seem to care. They seem to care more about attacking the media, attacking George Soros, attacking rogue Democrat rhino judges, in their words, obviously, than actually helping the American manufacturers who can't plan inventory, actually helping the retailers who are having trouble pricing products. Economists have been warning that this kind of instability will choke investments, and we're already seeing that investment being choked. Key sectors will be plunged into paralysis, and it's scary. It's incredibly, incredibly scary. We'll see what happens. If you made it this far in the video, drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.